Well, hello. It's Vegas Paulie C, and I can't do this on Instagram or TikTok because it's just too involved, so I'll stick it up on YouTube. Here are the Caesars earnings for the last quarter. Their casino did 1,557, food and beverage 435, hotel 514, other 324. I'm assuming that is retail and entertainment. So they had net revenues of $2.83 billion. Now let's look at the expenses. The expenses in the casino, $817 million, food and beverage, $266, up a little bit. They kept the casino completely flat. Hotel down a little bit, other down a little bit. Here's where they are really slashing the hell out of Caesars. General and administrative down $34 million. Now, I know that they fired their entire entertainment department out here in Vegas, and I'm sure it's like that around the country. They dropped corporate down $6 million, which is pretty substantial. That's like 7%. $86 million down to $80 million. They're taking an impairment charge of $118 million a quarter. And they explain in the financials that what that is they are acknowledging that their regional operations are under duress and they have extreme competition everywhere. So they are writing off their regional holdings by $118 million a quarter. I guess that's what they came to through analysis. Their depreciation is $326 million. So their total operating expenses are $2,324. That means they have operating income of $506 million, which seems like a substantial amount of money, but the next number right here, this $594 million, you see that number? That is a combination of their interest and their capital leases. In other words, all the money they have to pay Vici and GLPI in leases, because Caesars doesn't own anything. They have sold everything to the REITs. And so this is considered as debt. It's an interest expense. Even though it's rent, even though it's payment to the REITs, under accounting rules, it is an interest expense. So they are paying $6.5 million a day in interest expense. Now, half of it is interest and half of it is capital leases. So they have total other expenses of $598 million. They are therefore losing $92 million for the quarter and another $10 million in something to do with their income taxes. So they lost $122 million. So this is an extremely ridiculously leveraged company. Works out to 56 cents a share. You can see it down here at the bottom. Why are they extremely leveraged? Because they don't own anything. All they own is their operations, and they have to pay interest on, here's the number, on they have to pay $594 million for the quarter. That is capital leases and the $12.4 billion that they owe out. Now, what's happening here is, although the industry tries to tell you otherwise, the e-gaming, the iGaming, whatever you want to call it, the online gaming, is eating away at the regional numbers. If you go all the way back here to their regional income, you can see that regional was down over 6 months, $54 million. Regional, 954 down to 902. 5.6% actually, which is substantial. But their digital is up $38 million. See that? So digital is eating regional. Why? Because when you allow people to gamble from their underwear and they are somewhere in Illinois or somewhere in New Jersey or somewhere, God knows where, they're going to gamble from their underwear a certain percentage. And what's it going to do? It's going to cannibalize primarily your regional income. It's not going to cannibalize Las Vegas. Why? Because Las Vegas does not allow e-gaming. Why does Las Vegas not allow e-gaming? Because what Las Vegas wants to do is it wants to protect jobs and its economy more than anything. And it doesn't want people sitting in far-flung regions of the state gambling at strip properties. It wants you to show up at the strip. So that's why e-gaming is not a threat in Las Vegas, but that's why regional is down and that's why Caesars Digital is up. So they are eating their own lunch and they are continuing to not make a profit. But the primary problem with this company is debt and capital leases and interest of $6.5 million a day. Vegas Paulie C.